restaurants in the airport. I want to, I love to make the airline luxury for women and for men too. I'm big on women though. I love independent women on the move. I love to do things for women. Huh? Oh, I love you too. Y'all twins? Y'all the same kind of shirt, don't you? Oh, okay, the conference, y'all get to wear those kind of shirts. Oh, okay, girl.
Just so you guys know, anybody who have a question, you can just come right on up to the mic and ask your question. Keep it quick. So that
You might love to talk. We ain't got to even be that fast. Oh, we kind of did. I got to play now.
I just want to know, are you and Greg back together?
Everybody want to know that this was the big, look, I'm just saying it. This is the real deal, though, seriously. I really want to be able to tell you the deal is, but I can tell you this much. You have to tune into the show, but I have to tell you this. We are at least trying to be cool. It's very difficult. I've been married to Greg I was married to Greg for 15 years. And been with him for about 16. And we have a 13-year-old, because we dated for a year, then we got married. We have a 13-year-old child. And it's just, I feel like we hit some kind of bump in the road. We've always been like best friends. And then we hit like a serious bump in the road. And sometimes I can't even believe where we are, as friends and as partners. I think I said, Dad, I used to really like you. And I just said, I like you, child. But, he had it. I guess.
My question is, Nene, I love you for one thing.
Yes.
And do you know when Mr. Trump is accepting applications for apprentice?
For the regular apprentice.
For regular people, yes.
I don't know, but it's usually on NBC.com.
Yeah, it hasn't been.
Really?
I'm on there all the time, trust me.
Well, you know what? If I know, let me see how you can know if I know. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, because I put it up on Twitter. I would put it up on Twitter. Would you do the show?
Absolutely.
It is so hard.
Oh, no, I would win.
You would. You know what? They asked me one year and I said no. And then when they asked me the second year, I said, I will. My manager kept saying, you need to go and this is going to broaden your brain. You need to go. And I was like, Lord, I do not know how to start this work. This is great for people who are in marketing and things like that. They do so well on the show. So I get there and I'm thinking, I'm scared because you don't get to see, they won't tell you who's coming on the show. So you just all arrive and meet in this room. And I'm like, look at Star Jones here. And I'm just thinking, this is tough. And they lock you in a war room all day. They take your cell phones, they take your iPads, they take your computers. They do all of that. And you are just there and you got to figure it out. And I'm not a New Yorker. So I hopping in taxis and I always say to the driver, this is the address that I need to go to. And he's like, what's the cross street? I'm like, we don't do that about no cross street. We don't do that in Georgia. And I was so lost, but I was tough on the show, let me tell you. I was, that old saying, fake it till you make it? I was doing that every day. They be talking about stuff that just like, and I'm like, yeah. That's what you really have to do, seriously, fake it till you make it. You can't let them know you're weak. So I was sitting there going, yeah. Well, Nene, do you know how to do such and such? I was like, yeah. Lord, I would go back to my room and be like, what am I going to do? I would call Greg and I said, please Google something. And the problem is they would keep us in those war rooms for so long. Even if Greg Googled something, by the time I got back to my room to see how to do it, we'd already finished the task.
Right.
So I was like, Lord, and I would be able to look at it and say, oh my God, I did it wrong, Greg. But it was tough, but it's tough because you have long hours. We call this Celebrity Apprentice Diet. You work 6 days a week. You only have Sundays off. You only sleep for 4 hours a day. And Mr. Trump, he ain't as tough as he looks. He's pretty cool.
One more request. Can you please say Neverland?
Neverland.